Hello and thank you for following us for this coverage of the European Development Days. We are here with the President of the Central African Republic, Faustin Archange Touadera. Hello.
Hello.
What do you expect from the European Development Days Forum?
We're in a critical phase. We had support, and today if we are not careful, we can easily fall back into a violent situation. And so we came here to express our gratitude, first to the international community, including the European Union, and also to tell them not to forget us, but keep us on the agenda of the international community, to help us meet the challenges that are still present, challenges such as disarmament, and the reform of security sector, which for us is truly a gateway to development. Because we cannot talk about development without peace and security.
What are the urgent needs of the Central African Republic?
The urgent need right now is primarily the financing of the process of disarmament, reintegration and repatriation of ex-fighters, and also the financing of the reform of the security sector. Then the other challenge is development, because the origin of this crisis that we experienced is really poverty. And when people have no future, when they do not have a clear vision of their situation, they listen and quickly follow certain speeches that lead us to this crisis. So today, we have more issues with DDR, which is disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration, and reform of the security sector. There is also agriculture, because we have an extensive program to revive the agriculture sector. As you know, 80% of our population's livelihood depend on agriculture. It is this sector in the hinterland that will allow us to live.
What do you specifically need from the European Union?
It is primarily a financial need, a need for human resources, and also a need for support and advocacy for all programs. Because I suppose that the EU alone cannot cover all programs. That's why we organize a roundtable. And it is precisely the European Union that has a lead with us on the round table that we plan to organize in November here in Brussels. We must be able to mobilize resources, sufficient resources to cover all the needs, urgent needs.
One of the main themes of this edition of the European Development Days is youth. Did you lay emphasis on this point with your contacts?
Absolutely. Because we know that much of our population is made up of the youth. And we must rely on this youth to develop. The strong message here today is that it will give us more hope to integrate the youth in all sectors of our development programs, through education, through training of our youth, to ensure that they are apt so that they can continue with this development work. But today, many of them complain that they are not associated in the process. But we want to include them by coming up with training sessions and through programs which are dedicated to the youth to ensure that they are responsible.
Thank you, Mr. President.
It's my pleasure.